Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Before starting my video, if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please do, and do not forget to turn on notifications as I'm sharing great contents every day for you. Okay, in this video, I'm going to move on with the generic classes. Let's switch to our development branch, right click on solutions, add new project, console application, console, next. YouTube C Sharp generic. Let's say just generics. Alright, continue and create. Alright, let's say generics. Okay guys, before starting to tell about generic classes, I would like to give a couple of examples to you about the mentality of generic structures. Let me type a class here. Oops, sorry, we need to give a name as well. Let's say example. Alright, let's create a constructor. Control dot generate an empty constructor, and I'm going to create a field which is going to be integer. Let's say it is going to be called as a number, and I am going to add a parameter to my constructor. Let's create an integer return type, a method integer. Let's say it's public integer, let's say method, and I want to use a parameter here as well, integer numbers, and return value is going to be numbers multiply number. This number comes from our constructor, this number comes from our method parameter. Perfect. Now let's create this an object of this class and see what's gonna happen. Example, let's say test new example, and it's asking us a number as a it's asking a variable to add. So I'm gonna give 5 and it's done. Let's try to use our method. Let's have a look. Here we go, our method here, and it is asking us another number again as a variable. Let's give a 10. Perfect. All right. So to return, yeah, it's returning a value, right? Let's assign this return to another variable var result. As you can see, the result is integer, so my variable automatically has been chosen by the application as an int. Perfect. So I'm going to write this to the script. Before starting my application, right click on it and set startup project. Let's see the result first. It must be the 50 because we multiply the numbers. As you can see, the result is 50. So if I change the numbers here, the result is going to be changed. Let's do it. 2, for example, 56. Let's run it. It's 112. This is not a generic, this is not a generics. This is not about generics, but I just did example for you to understand how the generics are supposed to work. There is nothing in here, how can I say, any specific method or information in this class. All data are variable and comes from by user. Okay, let's make them all comment and continue with the generic classes. To continue with generic classes, guys, I'm going to create a new class first. Generic class. And to make it generic, we use two symbol, less than and bigger than. And middle of those two symbol, we're going to type a letter, a word, anything you would like to use it. We can use type, we can use T, but if you ask me what the best practice is, T or type. But you can give anything you want, like Michael, bıdı bıdı, everything. Okay, I'm gonna go through with the type for now. Let's try to create a object of this class and see what we going to see now. Generic class. As you can see, it is expecting us implement a variable. What kind of variable should be that? I'm going to create a new class, normal. Now I'm going to implement my normal class here. Rest of the process is the same. Test new generic class normal. Perfect. After this section, we able to use this normal class using by this generic class. Okay, let's come back to our generic class. Now I'm going to try to create an object from my variable type. Let's say test, and I'm going to create this object in my method. I created the reference first. I'm going to assign the new object after I used method. New type. Hold on. But we have error here. The generic classes doesn't allow us to create a copy of object, a new object, because this class or the class you would like to assign here may be abstract, or they may have a private construct, and maybe this is an interface which is not allowed to create an object of them. So the C# telling us, I'm not gonna allow you create a new object until you gave me a permission. So we are using here a constraint which is called new. To define it, we are using var keyword, and then we're going to write here type a new. Well, so what does that mean? This is a generic class. This is a class which is called generic class, and this class is going to be generic, and I am expecting a type, and this type can be have a new object, can be creatable a new object by user. So as you can see, error has been gone. Now we can use this generic class with the new keyword, thanks to var constraint and new keyword. All right. Is there anything should I tell you? Let me have a look my notes. Before going forward, let's see how it's going to work. Let's get in the test. Let's see the method. Where is our, we must use public access modifier. Once I initialize the test method, um, new type of object belong to class normal is going to be created here. All right. Let me have a look now. What can I do for new? We can add um, more variable. I'm gonna show this one as well. All right, we have another constraint, so we can call it base constraint. Okay, let me add a couple of class here first to show you. Class A, class B, class C, class D. All right. I'm going to use inheritance from A, inheritance from B. Okay. Let me have a look quickly. Okay. If we would like to assign a restriction about the class we supposed to give to the generic type, we can use var keyword again, and after that we can assign what kind of class we able to give to the generic type. Okay. I'm going to delete the new section first, and I can type here A. All right. Let me have a look quickly. This is going to be a problem because I delete the new. I'm going to make comment just for a second. Okay. As you can see, guys, when I gave type as a class here, as you can see, this type can be A or another class having an inheritance from A. As you can see, we have an error here because we are using still normal class. Let's have a look at the error message. The type normal cannot be used as a type parameter. Type in the generic type or method. There is no implicit reference conversion from normal to A. As you can see, it is asking us to give an A, but we gave a normal. That's the problem. If I type here A class, there is no problem at all. What if I gave a B while we have here A? Let's type B. It is working again because we use an inheritance from A on B. But if I gave C here, it's again because inheritance from B, inheritance from A. We able to reach A from C, it means we can use C as well. What if I use D? What's gonna happen now? Again, like normal class, D class is not allowed to use because there is now relation between A and D. Perfect. Let's continue with the A class. Perfect. Actually, I'm going to continue with the normal one because my method's located in the normal. Let's copy it from normal, and I'm gonna make it normal. If you didn't specify it with any specific class, you can type here just class. It means we can use this type as a class. Alright, I'm gonna leave it class, and if you would like to new keyword, just use comma and type new here. So you will able to use both base constraints and new constraints together. And in addition to this, you're not how can I say you don't have to use just one type here as a variable. Just you can just put comma and you can put another type too, for example, right? And you can give um, constraint for the type 2 as well. Type here where, and for it's going to be for type 2, and it's going to be class again, and I would like to new I would like to create a new object of type 2. What if I would like to give another type 3? You can do again where it's going to be class. Sorry, we need to add the type 3 first, and it's going to be class, and then I want to create a new object of type 3 as well. So now what's gonna happen? Our general class asking us the other classes. So I'm going to add A, I'm going to add a D, for example, and it's going to be same as here, A and D. Now I can design my generic class. I can use type 2 and type 3 as well. Let's create our type 2 and 3. Test 2, test 2 and test 3. Type 2 and type 3. As you can see, this is how we can create a generic type classes, guys. Hopefully you understand. I try to explain you slowly and step by step. I assume you understand. We really going to use these generic type of classes too much our future real world projects. We can create a generic classes accepting class as a variable. Now I'm gonna make those all commands, and I'm going to show you a different type of generic class which is accepting like string integer. Let's type another class. For example, let's say the class name generic class new, right? And it is asking us a type again as a variable. Now I'm not gonna define any where restriction because I'm not gonna define as a class this time. Let's add a property with private field, and I am going to assign my type as a type, and the private is going to the name of the my var's my property, let's say value, let's say value, and I'm going to say the property name value big with capital V value. Okay, the return value is value, and the value equal is value. Perfect. Is there any sense? Something same? Okay, I'm gonna change the value because there is a conflict here. I can't say a value. Let's make it this value. Perfect. Now it's working. How is it going to work now? Once I try to create an object from my new generic type. I'm able to give assign as a string, for example, right? Let's say new generic. It seems perfect, right? Okay, so let's new generic dot value is going to be, is it string, right? Say hello world. Let me set as start the project again. Let's have a look. The result. I'm waiting result. There is a problem here. Ah, of course there is a problem because I didn't use console write line. There is nothing to be ready to screen. Yep, let's see the result. As you can see, hello world here. Perfect. Let me try another example. I'm going to type here an integer, new generic 2, new generic 2 dot value is going to be 1, new generic 2 dot value. Let's see the results now. As you can see, it is 1. It seems perfect, right? You can assign any kind of type here. I'm gonna try one more example. I didn't show you the collections yet, but I'm gonna use a list here. I'm trying to tell you, you can use any kind of variable in this generic type of class. Perfect. Let's add a value. This is going to be list, right? I'm gonna add some random text because it is string. Say C. What is the problem here now? Let me have a look. Did I something wrong? Let me have a look again. Value. What is the type of this? This is the list string. Should I make a new? Yeah, I guess I need to make a new. Yeah, exactly. All right. Now let's see the result. To see it, let's use the for each and console write line. See S. Let's see the result. ABC. ABC. Perfect. This is how we can generate a generic type of um, value data types. Yeah, we can say data types. All right. Okay, I'm going to finish this lesson here. If you like my videos, I will be really appreciated. It really motivates me. And if you have any questions, do not forget to drop comments below the video. And see you on next lesson. Take care of yourself, guy. Bye bye.